Hello, friends and your friends. Welcome to On Top of the World with Joshua Hadley. And as always, I'm joined by the body on the matter of the party, so we do the world, spent the major good on these still knows coming in.
Hi, I'm Justin. That's Josh, and we talk about stuff on this podcast here.
And we do big takes. I got a big one right now.
Dude,
I'm
I
just gonna
I had
say
a
it.
big take yesterday. It was I was on the toilet. It made me jump. It was a big one. Go on now. What do you got to talk about?
Well, I'm gonna guess it wasn't as messy as Kanye West on Alex Jones yesterday.
Oh God, Kanye is. Oh, what are you doing, my guy?
Yeah, here's my controversial take. The Jews don't control the world, and they're not behind every bad thing that happens to you.
I like how Alex Jones in that interview, he had the quote unquote controversial take of I think Hitler was a pretty bad guy, and Kanye West was like, nope, I don't know about that one, buddy.
It's just it's full on mask off now. There's
Like I made a joke about it before, but I'm starting to think it might actually be the case that Kanye is like trying to make other conservatives seem better. Like he's just going on all these different. He's like talking to all these different people, all these different conservatives, and he's making them feel weird, and like making them be the voice of reason when they would never ever, in any other case, be the voice of reason. Like, I don't know.
guys, it was even more than that. Did you see the video for the Alex Jones stuff where Kanye was wearing like a
He was like a
mask or
yeah,
something?
like a black like it looked like a sock over his head or some type of thing, and he had like a
It
fucking
might have been might have been pantyhose or something.
yeah, he had like a net and a yoo-hoo, like a little drink that he was like puppeting.
Yeah.
The fuck.
Like it was like his conscious saying, "Don't say Hitler was great," or whatever.
Yeah, it was. I think it was meant to be like his critics criticizing him for calling Hitler great.
Yeah.
And one thing, why was there like a random clip from what the hell is that show called with Edward Norton as a Nazi? There was just like a clip of that thrown into the video of like him doing the curb stomp in that movie, American History X or something like that. Like that.
I don't know.
Yeah, it had like the Info Wars because I watched the Secular Talk video you linked, but it had like the Info Wars logo, so it was part of the actual video that he was watching. So they just like randomly
I don't know.
threw that in there while Kanye was talking.
I have no idea.
Yeah.
That's a movie I need to see. Although I know that film, it's about Nazis, right?
Yeah. Edward Norton's character was a skinhead, and I think he like gets reformed or something throughout the movie. I think I never saw it, but I think that's what it's about.
When did Kanye did his song Black Skinhead? Like
that was on Yeezus. I'm trying to remember. That was like early 2010s. Let me see. Now
I'm looking at that.
I do. It was 2013. When Yeezus came out, it was actually a good song. Unfortunately, it was a bop, but he had a lot of good songs. But he's just lost his fucking mind. Like
I don't know if he's a musical genius, but I didn't like hate his songs. Whenever it was one of those things where his stuff came on, I didn't hate it.
Yeah.
But it's not something I ever like. Oh, I need to go on Spotify and find Ye.
I typically enjoyed his music. I think Yeezus was the last album I listened to in full. I might have listened to Life of Pablo or something like that. That might have been after that. But I enjoyed his music up to that point. But like I've
always enjoyed the videos more.
He has some interesting videos. I just like this like. It's getting worse with him. It's progressively more and more. He's just saying shit even more outlandish than the previous. Like the Alex Jones thing is now the worst that he's done, where he's like just openly saying, "I love Hitler. I think Hitler was great. The Nazis. I like the like." Alex Jones kept trying to be like, "Okay, maybe what you mean is," tries to give him an out, and Kanye's like, "No, I like Nazis."
I thought we were gonna. I thought we were gonna open with him just like going on to temple and wouldn't stop talking about the Jews and like getting up and leaving when he
Yeah.
got mad
Like
that
it's been less than a week.
temple.
It's been a week since our last episode, as always, and like we already had like one thing. We're like, okay, we gotta talk about this in the podcast. But then Kanye already managed to one up that.
Yeah, I didn't even see the Alex Jones stuff until
Yeah.
like
We're gonna start
half
having to
hour
do like a
before
fucking
this
like a
podcast started.
we're gonna start doing like a daily podcast just to talk about Kanye.
Yeah, like, Yay Watch with Gopher and Moose.
Jesus Christ, my Kanye, come on. You can't just say I like Nazis.
I'm gonna make a big prediction. He's never gonna be president of the United States ever.
You know, I think you might be onto something there.
Why was he talking about Netanyahu? I've experienced this before with people going through mania. They for whatever reason they become like the center of their worlds. They make up in their minds like everyone has to somehow paying attention to them. Like
narcissism.
Kanye, Kanye, Netanyahu. I'm pretty sure he's got a lot more on his plate than like dealing with whatever BS you got going on in your life. He's not even the prime minister of Israel anymore. It's some other guy. So why is he going off on Netanyahu?
Fuck it. Why is he doing anything he's doing?
I mean, we know because it's like he learned that Netanyahu was a Jew, so he immediately became evil.
But yet he repeatedly says like, I like Jewish people though. I like all people. You sure about that?
It's not gonna be a good Hanukkah this year.
Not gonna be a good Kanye West ruins Hanukkah. There you go. That's the new film coming out. New Hallmark film.
Like, see, you listened to Kanye's music. You should have told me this was all coming back when Black Skinhead came out.
I didn't fucking know, man. I didn't know he was gonna go this fucking deep. I don't even know what Black Skinhead was actually about. I just know the beat.
Well, you should have told us, like, dude, Kanye loves Hitler.
Not one I would have called.
Just, imagine, like, it's like you said, it's wild, like, Kanye goes on to someone like Alex Jones show and out crazies him in front of him.
And it's like, for people who haven't watched it, like, you might be thinking, like, oh, he obviously didn't say he actually loves Hitler. Like, that you must be using hyperbole. No, he said it. He said he loves Hitler. He said he loves Nazis. Like, these are exact words he used. Like, here's one thing I quoted in the other channel. I said, there's a lot of things I love about Hitler. Was an exact quote. Exact. And he, like, extended love and Hitler. Like, he, like, love about Hitler. Like, to emphasize.
We're not reading between the lines.
Yeah.
We're not doing interpretations.
Yes.
We're just quoting the guy.
Yeah. Quoting the guy while he wore a black pantyhose over his head and used fucking a yoo-hoo and a net as puppets.
The fact, like, I didn't see all the Alex Jones clip. I don't know if he stormed off like he did with Poole. Just imagine, like, going back to the Poole interview, like, just Poole was like trying to have a conversation, and like Kanye didn't want to hear anything about like, oh, maybe it wasn't the Jews that are ruining your life. Like, here's the thing, like, no matter like who Kanye is talking about, like, I've talked to some Nazi on Twitter, and they're saying, oh, well, if you talk this way about anyone else, like, no, if you said this about black people, white people, any race, maybe not any religion, like, you might be able to get away with this with Islam, but like most other ethnicities, religions, I don't think you could get away with talking this way about people and being able to be a billionaire celebrity with all the deals from Adidas that he had, and
certainly can't get away with like saying you love somebody who genocided a shit ton of people.
No, you could you could say you like Andrew Jackson. I think you could say that, but Hitler, he's like, there's no, Andrew Jackson's on our $20 bill. Hitler's like, is everyone. He's a cartoon villain
Yeah.
to
And
people.
what the fuck? Like he said, Hitler created highways or something like that.
He made like the Nazis made the autobahn. He didn't invent highways.
Yeah, like
Like, he's
it's
not like
a super overblown thing to say.
yeah. Yeah, I mean they gotta do that because they gotta make him seem like
Yeah,
he's the greatest person of all time.
yeah.
That's I mean, otherwise they're just talking nice about some guy who genocided Jewish people,
Jesus Christ.
and also stuff forget took the German Empire and like had it destroyed, and was it 12 years? 12 It took them 12 years to take this country that was a great empire, and sort of had some problems when it became democratic, and then they burned everything down. It was a pile of rubbish after the Nazis were done, but for some reason, like people have to think Hitler was some sort of great mind or something.
Yeah. Yeah, so Kanye
And
West is crazy.
yep, and just for other examples, look at what happened to Italy. Look at what happened with Japan. Uh, if you go too fascist, it's not good.
Just think, fucking. So there's Tim Pool, right? There's fucking Alex Jones, Ben Shapiro. These are all three people that
Oh
within
yeah,
like a week, Kanye has managed to make them seem like the fucking smart people. He
yeah.
made them seem like the voice of reason.
Damn it, yay!
Jesus.
So you excited for his next album?
Somehow I don't anticipate I'll be listening to it.
What?
I mean, even
What?
if he didn't fucking just go on this whole fucking train wreck, I haven't listened to a Kanye album since like, dude, whenever the fuck Pablo came out.
Easy. Oh, Pablo.
Yeah,
Um.
not even Kanye anymore. It's just Ye now.
Yeah, it's just yay.
Not Ye West.
Um.
Just Ye. Man, it went from 9 letters to 2. And yes, I had to do the math with my fingers for a second there.
Well, he's lost all his marbles as well.
True.
It went from George W. Bush hating black people to Kanye hating the blacks. And he's got Nick Fuentes with him, which is very controversial because they met with Donald Trump. There's this part of the story too. Ye and that Nazi. I'm not saying white nationalist. I was watching NBC the other night, and they're saying white nationalist. Let's just use the term. He's a Nazi. Let's say Kanye is now Black Hitler. So Black Hitler and the Nazi dude went to go meet with Donald Trump, and now Mitch McConnell saying anyone who meets with those people is an anti-Semite, and we're not gonna have anyone being the head of being like a not. He didn't say the head of the Republican Party. He said any Republican running for a big office, like Senate, maybe the House. He probably means that too. Is not gonna be an anti-Semite.
That fucking turtle, dude.
so we know we absolutely forgot about the fact that he had Trump met with the A2, and now that's not ended up well for him because now everyone thinks that Trump's being anti-Semitic too. Like the thing is, like Trump, like he's definitely anti-Semitic. I don't know if he actively hates the Jews, but he'll do whatever he thinks is good for him. Like what he recognized Jerusalem, which was supposed to be like I forget the term, like an international city. It was part of Israel and Palestine, sort of like how Berlin was part of the two different Germanys, West and East Germany. Like that's what Jerusalem was supposed to be, and then America moved its embassy to Jerusalem and tried to say, "Oh, this belongs to Israel." The whole thing. Like, he does that and then pretends like that's what every Jewish person wants. Like, Americans and Jews are supposed to care about that, or care like, or that, or Jews in America are more their first priority is Israel, then like their American second. Like why would he just assume that?
Yeah.
Like with some people, that's absolutely true, but that's not true for everyone.
Yeah.
That's a little bit of something we call prejudging, or as sort uh, the sort of version prejudice.
Yes. Oh, so that's what
Yeah,
prejudice is short
Donald
for.
Trump. Yeah, and Donald Trump, he said, what was it that he's done so much for the Jews. Why they can't hate him? Like, bro, come on.
Kanye West
That's what
probably
you
thinks he's
do.
done so much for the Jews by making music.
True.
Like, I did this for you.
I made you all this money.
Yeah.
Like, he's probably gonna say something like that.
Yeah.
Well, so if the Jews are in charge, didn't they like help make Kanye famous to begin with, or like how come they never get like any praise for any of the terrible things they did? Just it's always bad.
Man, always bad.
Well, we know now it's because he's a Nazi.
Yeah. And a very open Nazi at that. Not a fucking hyperbole.
At that.
Fucking
All right.
oh, he's not really a no. He's a Nazi. He said it.
Well, that's the current events. Let's get into plugs.
All right. Um. So
So I saw that the Christmas series is starting to be uploaded to YouTube.
yep. Arkham Origins has begun getting uploaded. And Spider-Man Miles Morales will start in about a week and a half or so. That's a shorter game than Arkham Origins. But for now, it's just Arkham Origins at the moment, and we got some other stuff planned for the Christmas specials. It's gonna be a Tucker Variety Hour. You got a bunch of one-offs, a whole bunch of stuff. Christmas week itself is gonna have a whole lot of stuff. Um, excuse me, I had a burp there. Shut up, Alexa. Sorry, I don't know
Yeah.
what the fuck she. I just hear from across the room. I got a fucking one of those Amazon tablets to fire whatever the fuck.
Well, what did she say to you?
She just said okay from across the fucking room.
She just listened to it on the podcast.
Well,
I bet you ever listening just so that we can boost our numbers from 12 listeners to 13.
Maybe she'll have a question for us one of these days. But anyway, a whole bunch of streaming going on. I'm gonna have streamed 5 times this week. Because I did a Pokemon stream on Monday. Jeff and I did Dark Souls 3 on Tuesday. Brandon and I just streamed Dead by Daylight on Thursday. Today, as we're recording this Friday, is going to be another Pokemon stream. And then tomorrow, Saturday, Brandon and I will be streaming again. I don't know what we're going to be streaming yet, but that'll be happening. Tonight for the podcast, when the podcast comes out.
Tonight.
And then...
Or this afternoon.
Next week, it'll be Monday and Friday for Pokemon. Dark Souls 3 on Tuesday with Jeff, and Brandon and I will be streaming something on Thursday. Whole bunch of stuff going on the Twitch. I did mention, I think I mentioned it last week, that there are plans for post-Christmas for a change for Gopher and Tuck. And I think I'll talk about that now, explain what's going to be happening there.
Yeah.
The way it works currently, the way it's been working since it became Gopher and Tuck, 4 years ago, almost. We're 3 days, 2 days as this podcast coming out. Before it'll be 4 years since it became Gopher and Tuck.
Wow.
Yeah, we've been doing 2 videos a day, every day. One for a different game, like the 3 o'clock slot would be one game, 5 o'clock would be another game. We've been doing that, and it's a lot. It's a lot of footage. It's a lot of episodes, a lot of work. And let's be honest here. Be honest. Most of the videos aren't being watched, right? They typically the first couple episodes of a series will be watched, like that they'll get the most views, and then maybe the last couple, and then some series will have, like you will watch a series through sometimes. But a lot of the videos, a lot of the like long series stuff doesn't get watched too much, just like the beginning and the end. So we're gonna be testing something out. It might not be
Uh-huh.
a permanent way for the channel to go, but it's gonna be at the very least get a test run after Christmas, starting December 26th, the very day after Christmas. Instead of doing what we currently do, where we record usually like 2 or 3 hours, and then we cut that up into, you know, 7, 8 episodes, and then one a day for each game. Instead of that, what we're going to be doing is we're going to take our 2 or 3 hour sessions, and I'm going to cut those up into typically like 3 episodes, and there's going to be a lot of stuff getting cut out, so it's going to be not quite like our compilations, but it's going to be sort of more closer to a compilation than our normal, like how we've been doing. Um,
I think I'll say I think that's a good idea. I did have a friend when we were watching your videos comment like, "Yeah, boy, they're doing that. Was it that 2012 uploading style or something?" The way from what it sounds like you're gonna start doing more like what Grand Pooh Bear does, maybe as an example.
I don't know. I don't watch the videos, so I don't know. But yeah. So it'll be cutting out all the fluff, basically. Me not knowing what to do and having Brandon look stuff up, and other
Oh
just
man,
boring
what?
moments. Yeah, it'll cut out all the fluff, and so the videos will
He,
be.
he's cut, guys. He's cutting that out to just get rid of the evidence that this happens. That's what Future Justice
I
is gonna be
will
doing.
openly admit that it happens. Um, it's gonna be the videos are gonna be more entertaining because it's gonna have just entertaining moments, and the not entertaining stuff taken out. And as for the uploading, we're going to do 3 videos a week instead of 14. Plus the podcast. The podcast will be separate from that. And then occasionally Tucker Variety Hours. Whenever Brandon feels like doing it, Tuck Thursdays. But on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday every week, we'll be releasing videos, and it'll be 3 different games. We're gonna do 3 games at a time instead of 2. One game will be on Monday, one will be on Wednesday, one will be on Friday, and so the games, the
Whoa.
series are going to be a lot shorter because it's going to be chopped down more. So instead of having like a fucking 80 episode series, the series could end up being like maybe 10, 15 episodes. So when that happens, there'll be a lot less episodes for people to watch, and the videos will be more entertaining. So we're hoping, and they won't be coming out as frequently. So people might be more willing to watch a whole series.
I have one question.
Yeah, what is it?
So would this allow for Tuck Thursday to be weekly again?
I would like Tuck Thursday to be weekly again, but that's up to Brandon. It's up to him if he wants
Uh,
to record Tuck Thursday again as such. But Tucker Variety Hours will be going up on Thursdays when they happen, and if Brandon wants to do Tuck Thursday, I will edit those as well whenever. But yeah, so that's gonna be the plan going forward. At least on a test run, see how it goes, see if our numbers go up. You know. And we'll be starting with again December 26th, day after Christmas, with Pokemon Sun, the final mainline Pokemon game that we'll be able to do a randomized Nuzlocke for. So we'll be starting with that, and then we'll also be doing the Outer Wilds, I believe is the one Kitty wants,
yeah,
and
yeah.
a third game which will be played by Brandon. Not sure what it is yet. It might be the new game by the what's his name, Justin Roland, the Rick and Morty creator. They have a game coming out this month on like December 14th or something like that. It's going straight to Game Pass, so Brandon will have access to it immediately. So it's probably going to be that, but I'm not sure yet. But yeah, so it'll be those 3, and we have more like tier lists and other stuff, other one-offs we'll do every now and then. And yeah, so that's going to be we'll see how that goes. And we are also going to be getting new intros and outros. We're finally retiring the classic Tuck Gopher and Tuck intro and outro.
Well,
Um,
it's been like a couple of
it's
years.
been 4 years, yeah. Um, the new one is actually going to be. It's going to take snippets from the G&T song by Tucker Lucy on Black Jesse Eisenberg, I think is the album that's from. Um, it's either that or Pastor Fruit Checkpoint. I'm not sure which. But yeah, that song. Have some snippets from that used for the intro and outro going forward. It's a little shorter as well instead of the longer one that we had. And yeah, so there you go. You got that to look forward to. And then hopefully people enjoy how those videos end up turning out.
www.joshuajhadley.com. That see, so that Christmas tree is 7.5 feet tall.
And you can't
Someone
teach
wanted
that.
to buy, can't teach that. Someone wanted to buy it, but then they said, "Oh, I lost my money." Like, how do you do that just walking around? Like,
It's gonna lose your money.
like, it's something I kind of see as a little bit important. Like sometimes my water bottle will fall off my backpack, but that's just a bottle of water. It's not like a stack of
Not
cash.
like a fat sack of cash, yeah.
Anyway, if that actually happened to that person, I'm sorry, but I hold on to my money. Anyway, the tree's $50. I put the NESs for sale. I got a wireless controller for the Super Nintendo, so I'm gonna make sure that works before selling that. So I know people get excited for those things.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think that's it for now. For plugs, I've been mostly busy with Christmas stuff, writing letters and
Yes.
doing decorations. I got my you saw the pictures. I got my Christmas tree up. I got some lights up outside.
It looks
What
very
about
nice.
you? Have you what you guys gonna put up decorations or anything?
We don't really. I would love for us to do that, but we haven't really put up decorations in a couple years now. We started off when we first got to Texas and back in Pennsylvania. We would do a whole bunch of decorating, but then people just sort of got lazy, and so it just went to being a tree, and we don't even do that anymore. So hopefully, if you're actually here next Christmas, we'll be able to do some decorating.
So we gotta bring up the controversy now.
Yeah.
So there's been a lot of demands for refunds for the new Pokemon games. So
So are we
I
just
seen some of the
skipping questions in the Bluffing Gopher?
oh, I was thinking about that. Yeah, let's
You went right past those.
ask questions.
Yeah, let's ask some questions here.
All right, then we'll do Bluffing Gopher.
Yeah.
First question is from our friend in South Africa, Coffee Blend.
Oh, look at that.
He's wondering what is one of your favorite game franchises, and it has to be like we're just talking about Pokemon. Is that one of them?
Pokemon's one of them. I can list a few. Uncharted.
But what's your favorite? What's your favorite?
My favorite. That makes it a little tougher. Pokemon's definitely up there. Pokemon is the franchise I've played the most because they've had a shit ton of games, and I've played a lot of the games for a lot of the time. So possibly Pokemon. Uncharted is another one that's very close. Dark Souls, very close. From Software in general, but I guess Dark Souls would be the only one considered a like franchise. Even though the other games are similar. What other? I kind of want to say Grand Theft Auto, but see, Grand Theft Auto 5 is one of my favorite games of all time. But I'm not as big on the other ones. I like them, but I wouldn't I wouldn't say I like them as much as I love all of the Uncharted games. So I'd say probably Pokemon, Uncharted, or Dark Souls. One of those three most likely. I do love the rebooted Tomb Raider games, ever since the 2013 one. Which give us a new fucking one already. I know you don't belong to Square Enix anymore, but I want the next one. God, fucking goddamn fucking game. So yeah, those ones most likely one of those franchises.
See, from Franklin in Taiwan. Dear Gopher, I'm a new viewer of the channel, and I am wondering, what's your favorite Christmas song?
Okay, so I know it's the fucking what's the word here? It's the cliche, but it's a good fucking song. God damn it! All I Want for Christmas Is You by Mariah Carey. It's a really good
The
song.
queen, the queen, the queen of
The
Christmas.
queen of
By the way,
Christmas. She just got unfrosted. We're ready to bring her back out again. It's a great song. I love it. I do like Christmas music in general. I don't really know too many Christmas songs just like off the top of my head. It's just more like I like hearing just the general sound of Christmas songs, like the general, the bells and all the other like typical things put into those kind of songs. There's one This Christmas. Who the fuck's that by? Hold on. This Christmas. I remember the name of the Donny Hathaway. That's a good one. I just like the sound of Christmas in general.
and me too. My favorite's Last Christmas. I don't care what Gopher says.
Yeah, it's a good one too.
I like the see. I like a lot of versions. Wham's good. Although no, they're all good. well, I don't know if they're all good. Like Remy Wolf just released a Christmas album. It seems like, or maybe a couple of singles. She did a version of Last Christmas. I really like that.
Yeah. Poppy had a Christmas EP. I think 2 years ago came out. It was like 4 or 5 songs. I liked all those.
And your favorite Taylor Swift, she did a version of Last Christmas.
Hey, the thing about Taylor Swift, Taylor Swift sucks.
Well, hey, she made Kanye famous.
True.
So she's good for something. Anyway, third question, sort of related, from Daryl and Georgia, not Georgia in the southeast, Georgia as in south of Russia.
Oh, okay.
Dear Gopher, I've been a fan for a while, and it's Christmas, and I'm getting tired of certain songs. I'm just wondering, is there any song that annoys you easily? Why? The way he asked it, I guess he means any song, not just any Christmas
not just
song.
Christmas. There definitely are, but I can't. I'm trying to think of ones off the top. Like it's hard to think of ones off the top of my head. I know Firefly. Is it Firefly or Fireflies?
I think it's Flies.
Yeah, because there's a song called Firefly by Skyhill that I really love, which is unrelated to the other one. Who's the Owl City or something like that? Is the one that makes Fireflies? That one. His voice annoys me. I don't like it. But Firefly by Skyhill. Now that's a good song. But not the Owl City one. That one. There's a few. There's definitely like a bunch of songs that would qualify for this, but that's the one that comes to my head first.
See, yeah, that's all the questions. If like we said, if you want Gopher to read your questions, make sure you wrap them up. Like get a piece of paper, fold it up, tie it up to a brick, and like throw it through his window, and then he can read it instead of me.
For some reason, I thought you were gonna like go full Dwayne Johnson there, and then just end that with like turn that son bitch sideways and shove it straight up your candy ass.
I remember that another time when everyone's forgot you made that suggestion. I think it's time for Bluffing Gopher. Are you ready for this?
I am.
All right. So the game is I got 3 headlines. 2 of them are real. 1 of them's made up. Gopher has to figure out which one's the made up one,
Yes,
or otherwise he dies.
Otherwise, I die. I've been living for a few weeks now. I haven't been replaced yet. In the current Gopher, that is.
See, all right. First headline: Menacing wild turkeys, led by Kevin, are taking a New England city for themselves. They don't let you out of your house. One resident of Woburn, Massachusetts, told the Guardian.
Okay, wild turkeys led by Kevin. Fucking Kevin. You know, Kevin does seem like the kind of name of a person who would lead wild turkeys.
True. Second headline: Kanye West slammed for praising Hitler in horrific anti-Semitic interview. Not only is he a Nazi, but so is everyone who supports him.
Well, yeah. Yeah.
I know it seems kind of wild to me.
Eh,
Like, who would praise Hitler?
yeah, I don't know. I don't think that. I feel like they're making some stuff up there.
Third headline: Child dies being run over during a Black Friday rush. Tim Dalston was trampled at a Walmart in Fort Worth, Texas.
Hey, that's where I live closely to.
Mostly,
Yeah.
yeah,
Hmm. Technically,
not walking
Arlington's. Yeah,
distance.
yeah. Um. Wait. So what was the headline again?
The child dies being ran over during the Black Friday rush.
Okay.
The sub one was Tim Dalston was trampled at a Walmart in Fort Worth.
Hmm. That does. That's the kind of thing that happens. It's like part of
I
me.
think I think I, th- I think two has to be the fake one. Like that doesn't sound real.
Well, that's the thing. Part of me is like wanting to say the second one because like that could be a thing where you slightly change something and then yeah, but I think the Kevin one is real because obviously it's gonna be a Kevin fucking leading wild turkeys. Um, I'm gonna go ahead and say that the Kanye one's real, and then say that it's not you changing something slightly and so go with the child one.
Yep, that's the one I made up.
Hey, look at that. Also, I know that you were like still thinking about the Kanye thing, but like you started laughing while you were reading the headline about a child being run over. So that was fun.
True, true. Um, let's see. Uh, yeah, that's a Gopher lives another week, and so let's talk about the big controversy. So I forgot that Nintendo has a pretty shitty return policy. Microsoft and Steam are the leaders in the gaming industry when it comes to this, where they do it if you have a game for 2 weeks or by the time you had it 2 weeks, you can't return it, or if you played it for more than 2 hours, then you can. But if you played it, if you downloaded the game before the 2 week deadline and played it for less than 2 hours, you could get a refund on that.
I remember with PlayStation,
Sony,
there was a game that I got. Me
yeah,
and Brandon, I
yeah,
bought
yeah,
both of us on PlayStation because this was before he had a game that could or a PC that could really be used for games. Um, and so I bought us a game to play on Gopher and Tuck because the PC version had online multiplayer, and the PlayStation version it was pre-orders. It wasn't out yet. PlayStation version in the description said that it had online co-op, but then once the game actually came out and we installed it and went to play, there was no online co-op. It was only local. And then they didn't give us a refund. They said because we had the game like installed for a certain amount of time, we weren't eligible to get a refund. But we had it installed before it came out because it was pre-order.
that's that's God.
We couldn't even fucking see what the game was. Like we couldn't actually play it before our fucking ability to get a refund was just taken away.
Exactly, that's ridiculous.
Yeah. Yeah. And it was false advertisement.
Yeah, wow. And Sony, no, and I've heard Nintendo's even worse, where you just don't get a refund at all. But they have been seem, from what I heard the last time I looked into this, half the people that are demanding a refund for the new Pokemon games for all the its glitchiness are getting a refund. You've been playing it on Twitch. How many glitches have you ran into?
Most of the glitches I ran into were like very small, minor things that like that usually I don't even notice. Like sometimes the viewers might notice. It's like mostly that. There's been very little in the way of like any actual problem glitches. Like there was one that basically the game kind of froze, but like not entirely. Like I was trying to get into an online thing, and it was just like infinitely loading. Like it was just, and I had to restart. That's been the only time where I had like a legitimate like problem rather than just like a slight graphical glitch that's like in the background that I can't notice or like there's a little bit of a frame drop or something like that. I haven't
My
experienced any of the
my fa-
fucking crazy shit people have been seeing.
my favorite one was when you were running around in the world and the sky was dark.
Yeah.
Like,
That one I couldn't even tell at the time if it was a glitch or not. Thought that was just what the sky was supposed to look like, but then yeah, it ended up
you
not
know,
being it.
I don't think like the worlds and children's games are supposed to look like hillscapes.
Well, it was just
Like
black. It was just like pitch black.
I know that's creepy.
Yeah. But yeah, I haven't really had much trouble with the game personally, and I think the games are fun, like very fun games.
Yeah,
They definitely
but
could use better performance, you know. But like most of what I've been running into was like characters in the background having like low frame rates while they're walking. Like that's the most common thing I've been dealing with, which is not something I really
I
care
want to
about.
see. I want to see you run into like the one where your character turns into a giant or something.
Uh,
That seems like the most fun glitch you
mm.
could have.
I feel like some of the glitches that people post are ones where they like go out of their way to try to find glitches rather than ones that just happen naturally.
Yeah, I mean, well, because some of them are cool.
Well, but
There seems like a lot that just sort of happens, but some of the time though, like
yeah. I feel like
I
it's definitely
see some of the
overblown.
videos, and it's people like jumping on the buildings and stuff.
Mm. Like guy there's a YouTuber named Video Game Donkey. Like he'll intentionally like go out of his way to find glitches for the sake of comedy for videos on YouTube. But like I feel like a lot of people are doing that, but rather than being for the sake of comedy, it's just like for the sake of making the game seem worse than it actually is.
True,
Mm.
maybe.
There's definitely are glitches, but like I just don't think they're as commonplace as people act like.
I wanted to ask how you enjoying it compared to other Pokemon games. Where do you rank this so far?
I'm not sure. It's the one issue for me is like it's a personal issue rather than a this is bad issue where
Well,
I'm not
my big issue is there's no tally yet.
nah,
What the hell?
I'm not like I struggle somewhat to get into games that are like this open world, which is something that a lot of people love. So like if you love that, then yeah, it would be good for you. Um, but like the kind of games where you might not be entirely sure where you're supposed to go next because it's like that open. Like I had this problem with Elden Ring as well, but I still love Elden Ring. I still love this game, but it's very open. It's very like overwhelming, in terms of like trying to figure out what you're supposed to do, and then there's been a whole lot of times where I've been getting like sidetracked. Like I got one destination I'm going to, but then like I see a bunch of other shit on the way, and it's very distracting. And for some people that's fun. For me, it's fun, but then other times I'm just like, okay, I wanna just do this thing, but then there's a thing over there, and I gotta get that. So, but it's a good game to me. Performance issues aside, it's definitely like the biggest Pokemon game I'd feel. Um, it's the only one that's like legitimately like 100% open world. Like other ones, you're free to like go to different areas and you can just walk wherever, but you still like there's a path you're supposed to take. This one is just there's the world, go fucking do whatever.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So how far are you into the game? You probably don't know like you got
Yeah, I'm not.
this percent complete, but
I'm not. Cause,
like
yeah, because like usually,
how many hours are you in?
usually it would be like I have this amount of badges out of the 8 badges you need, but like I don't know how many badges this game actually has because it's different in this. Um, hour wise, uh, so I did 3 streams of where I made actual progress because like I've also played off stream, just like farming level or like, grinding levels and stuff of that nature. But I've done 3 like actual streams where I'm trying to progress through the game, and those let me check the thing here. They lasted for about 12 hours. So I have about 12 hours of actual progress in the game. Um, and I know in the last stream I made the most progress, even though it was like the first stream was 5 hours, the last one was 3.5. But I made the most progress in the last stream because I got 6 badges in that one. Again, don't know how many badges there are total, but I got 6 in that one. I only got 1 in the first one because it took a while to get past like the big tutorial area. In the second one, I got a couple, so I probably have like around 10 badges ish. I know. So the badges in the previous games, it was just gym badges. In this, it's like separated into 3 categories. One is gyms, one is these like Titan Pokemon, like a giant Pokemon you gotta fight, and then one are these like sort of the bad team of the game, their areas. I
Wait, who's the
believe
bad team? Is
Team
it not Team
Star,
Rocket?
Team Star in this one. Um, I have I think 1 Titan Pokemon left. And I don't know how many gyms I have, and I don't know how many of the team ones I have, but I think I might have 2 of the team ones, maybe 1. Not sure. I think I have the most gym badges left. I think I have the most gym badges out of all the badges that I have, but I think there's more gyms than there are other things. But I'm not sure. But and of course, by the time this podcast comes out, I will be even further because I'll have done a stream on Friday.
True.
Yeah.
True.
My team is I have a full team of all 6 Pokemon, and they are currently in their early 40s for the levels. So I probably getting somewhat close to endgame. Yeah.
All right. Well, I think it's time to play a game again.
Oh, another game.
The TCM Ultimate Movie Trivia Challenge.
Hey, yeah, let's do this. Do some of this action.
I got some cards here. They got questions. There's 8 categories. For every question, how about for every question Gopher gets wrong, he has to list his list your favorite Christmas presents
Like
on Twitter.
presents that have been given on Christmas.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll put you through the gauntlet. All right. First category: directors.
Okay, James Franco, but without the rape.
Who was the first director paid 1 million upfront for his work on a film?
First director paid 1 million upfront for his work. What is the hint?
Um, it was his third film that came out in 1970.
It was his third film to come out when?
It came out in 1970.
All right, so somebody whose third film was in 1970. Okay, and he was the first director to be paid 1 million upfront.
Yeah. And the film, it's based on a book.
And the film is based on a book. Let me think. Trying to think of films based on books from 1970.
All right, yeah, I could see. All right, here's another hint. I could tell you, but I think that'd be giving you too much of the answer. So in what type of situation?
You would what now? You would tell me, but it would be
All
too
right,
much of
I'm saying that I'm in a catch-22. That's the film. Who directed it?
Catch-22. That was a war one, right?
Uh-huh.
Who the fuck was the one who directed that?
Who did it? Who did the thing? $1 million up front.
Larry Zabisco.
It was Mike Nichols.
Mike Nichols, like the money, like the 5 cents.
Almost spelled that way.
Oh.
$1 million up front for catch-22.
Oh.
That's one wrong. So you're starting out bad.
Nah, not a good start for this one.
All right. Next category: unforgettable lines. You can't forget this.
Can't forget the lines. I got this one before you even finished the line last week.
What film teaches us life is a banquet and most poor suckers are starving to death?
I was really hoping that was gonna lead to life is like a box of chocolates. Life is a banquet and most poor suckers starve to death? Or most wait, what'd you say?
Are starving to death.
Are starving to death. That does sound familiar. the fuck was that?
Hmm.
I've
Hmm.
definitely heard it.
You probably been told that.
True, true. Um,
Hmm.
can I get a hint?
It's said several times. And the actor who says it is Rosalind Russell.
Oh, if it's what I'm thinking of, it's one of those ones where I've only seen the title of the movie. I never actually heard it out loud, so I'm not sure if I'm going to pronounce this right. But Auntie Mame,
It
Mame.
sure wasn't Ma Pon Kettle. You got it.
There we go. Mame is how it's spelled. I don't know how it's pronounced.
I don't either.
Mm,
You're the one who's white.
true.
That's category behind the scenes.
Not a good one for me usually.
I know I got questions off this card. Um, Damn, I asked all these questions. Holy shit! I have to get a different behind the scenes card.
Whole different card
Thankfully,
now.
there's one right here. What was the first color film on which a cinematographer lit the scenes to show black actors to best effect?
To best effect.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can need a hint for that one.
So it stars Sidney, um, Poitier. How do you say his name? You know,
Sydney. Yeah, I think I know who you're talking about.
that guy.
Can you repeat the question?
What was the first color film on which the cinematographer lit the scenes to show black characters to best effect?
To best effect.
I mean, you remember the story of the film where the girl is getting an abortion, and then they're like, "Man, what the hell?" And then they all fight at the end because of that.
Oh yeah, that one. Sydney. I'm trying to remember what films I know that guy was in. Uh,
Well, I gave away the ending. I mean, you gotta remember what film that was.
well, I've never seen any of his fucking movies. I've heard of ones that he was in, but I've never seen them. I also don't know when black and white when movies started becoming color movies.
Like the 50s, 60s.
These 60s. Trying to think of
Like there was late black and white films, but it was more like what we might call indie projects. Like Night of the Living Dead was black and white. Like after this film came out.
Hmm. Um. Uh, uh, he was in a movie called Virgin Island. I know that, and that was late 50s, so I'll go with Virgin Island.
It was let's see, Herschel Wexler adjusted his lighting for in the heat of the night to reduce the glare on Sydney.
In the heat of the night.
In the heat of the night.
That was like late or like mid to late 60s, I think. So that was like almost a whole decade off.
67, yeah.
Mm.
Next category, the great films.
They're great.
Let's see. I had to read the question because I know we talked. This film was asked about. What Rogers and Hammerstein musical has sing-along screenings at the London Lesbian and Gay Film Festival, the Hollywood Bowl, and San Francisco's Castro Theater?
All right, repeat the entirety of that.
What Rogers and Hammerstein musical has had sing-along screenings at the London Lesbian and Gay Film Festival, the Hollywood Bowl, and San Francisco's Castro Theater?
Okay, can I get a hint for this one?
They were dressing up as nuns to do the screening sing along.
Sound of Music? I got singing nuns in that, right?
You got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got it.
I don't got singing nuns.
Let's see. Next category, supporting players.
Harrison, you guessed it, Ford.
See, who got to play both Cassius and Julius Caesar in two different films, thereby, in a manner of speaking, assassinated himself?
Oh. Can I get a hint?
He was See, he played Cassius in the Julius Caesar film with Marlon Brando.
Oh,
Where I think
fuck,
Brando was Brutus. I think.
fuck's his name? It's another like one of those weird names I don't know how to pronounce. Like John Gilgid. Gil-
You know,
Johnny Get Good.
I'm, I'm just gonna let you be right, and I'm not gonna try and say anything. Next category: leading men.
Harrison Ford. Gotta be. It's gotta be Harrison Ford.
Let's see. I don't know. I don't remember if I read this one, but I'm gonna go for it. Who won an Oscar for a role turned down by TV newsman Walter Cronkite and John Chancellor?
Can I get a hint?
Um, you remember the clip where he's at the news thing and he's ranting.
Oh fuck.
You know the Russians. I'm mad as hell, and
Yeah, I know the. Oh, what the
I'm
hell
not gonna
was
stand
that?
it anymore. So it's that actor. Who is it?
Okay, it's the actor.
You remember it's his last film before he dies too. So he got
Last
that's the
film
what he
before
got
he
the Oscar
dies.
for.
I think it was Networks the movie. I think. Peter Finch.
You got it.
Yeah. Dang old Peter Finch.
Next category: leading ladies.
Harrison Ford. Best lady.
See. What classic screen beauty assisted the Dutch underground during World War II?
What now?
Alright, what classic screen beauty assisted the Dutch underground during World War II?
Okay. Can I get a hint?
I'm gonna look up what's her most favorite. I mean, what's movies she's most known for? Because I can't like name one off the top of my head, honestly. Yeah. So an actress. Um, she's best known for Breakfast at Tiffany's. Oh, I actually seen this one. She did a charade with
She did what?
Cary Grant.
What was that movie you said?
Charade. Charade. I'm sorry. Charade.
Like the like when you mimic things and you have people guess and all that.
Yeah.
That was in that was Audrey Hepburn, right?
Yeah, you got it.
Yeah. Audrey Hepburn.
It's helping the Dutch underground in World War II.
Look at that. Oh, wait, so is that like a thing she actually did?
Yeah. So
so
Kanye wouldn't like. So Kanye would hate her.
True. I thought you meant like she played a character in that movie doing that, but no, that's okay. She's actually doing that.
Yeah, that's just something she was doing.
Oh man.
Final category. I made sure to pick this last cult classics.
Oh damn! Here we go. Got this wrong only one time.
What pop group was the subject of "Can't Stop the Music"?
Village People.
Yeah, you got it.
Yeah. Didn't they have a song called "Can't Stop the Music"?
Yeah.
So it's like how
I knew I could. I knew I could bring up like Macho Man or YMCA.
Yeah. It's
you
like how
know it right away.
like Elton John had the fucking movie called Rocket Man and stuff of that nature. Freddie Mercury had Bohemian Rhapsody.
Yeah, but this one came out in like 1980.
Back in the
very early
80s. Back in the day, as they say.
So that's 2 questions wrong. So 2 Christmas presents you gotta tell the people about on Twitter.
Yeah. Why can't I just tell them here?
All right, do it. It's your punishment.
Okay. So are we talking like that I was most excited to get on Christmas, or like the one that like ended up being something I really enjoyed afterwards?
Either or, you pick.
Okay, going by most excited. I was really excited when my mom got me years back a Wii on Christmas. That one really brought the hype for me.
Hell yeah.
And I mean, it's probably like all like my most hype ones are probably video game related because I enjoy me some video games. The other one, Next up
True.
would probably be, honestly, the Wii U. Two consoles that I ended up not being as hyped for as time went on, but I did enjoy them, to some degree, and I was very excited when I got them initially. There you go, Wii and Wii
Yeah, I
U.
got the. I was excited for the Wii. I got the Wii U because I was pissed off at Xbox.
And the Wii U, when I got it, it came with Super Mario Super Mario Bros. U, I think it's called that one, and like the one
Yeah.
and New Super Luigi U, like so it had both in one. Um, and I played that entire game to completion that day on Christmas. Yeah,
Dang.
I had some fun with that. A good time.
Well, why don't you remind the people what you got going on?
All right, it's Saturday, so we'll be streaming on Gopher and Tuck. Brandon will be there. I don't know what we're gonna be streaming, but we'll be doing that, and I'll be continuing Pokemon on Monday, and I will have already continued Pokemon on Friday as of this coming out. Um, Christmas stuff is happening on Gopher and Tuck. You want to see Christmas? You go to Gopher and Tuck. You look at Christmas. We got the Christmas intro and all that, and it's a excuse me, it's a good time. Yeah, and again, once Christmas is over, we start the new style of videos, and hopefully that goes well.
Yeah. And www.joshua.hadley.com. The sale's still going on, and I don't have a schedule, but I think I'm gonna start streaming Final Fantasy IX on Twitch.
Oh, there you go. Gonna get some Final Fantasy IX. Also, apparently, I just saw this now. Brandon apparently applied for us for Gopher and Tuck to get a sponsorship for a like one of those, not G Fuel, but like that kind of thing, for a brand called Dubby. So we'll see how that goes. We get ourselves a sponsorship.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's exciting news. Hopefully, hopefully, we just have to wonder how Kanye is gonna top himself now, if that's even possible.
Yeah.
We were wondering the same thing after he left Tim Pool, but he did it.
I mean, maybe the next way he's gonna top himself is he's gonna go on a talk show. He's gonna bring a Jew hostage and kill them live on the show.
That'd be the one way he could do that. Well, guys, this has been On Top of the World. It's uploaded every Saturday morning on the Gopher and Tux YouTube channel.
Mm-hmm. And that will continue as usual once we have the new video style coming out. That will not affect the podcast.
True. Yeah, we're not going anywhere except up in the ratings, baby.
Yeah.
You have a good rest of your day.
Goodbye.